Thomson live on Geelong Radio. It's going to be Stewart up against Justin. Neither can get an effective tap from the first bounce down. Goes towards Hawks, leaves it though for Bernardo, runs through the middle, goes on the left boot towards half forward, and Heath Buck chasing. Petterwood also there, and Aaron Bradley, who might have the job on Heath Buck this afternoon early. It's pushed pretty wide into the Ellsworthy's bulk store retrovision sign over there, and it is out. Will be a boundary throw in half forward, left half forward. The Thomson side going to the northern end in his first term with the aid of a slight breeze. And the Werribee Centrals boys just into attack at half forward on the outer side. Thrown in now, Stewart, double fister to the front of the pack again. Petterwood takes it, gets a left foot kick away as well as he's slung, goes back towards the wing. Calvert, handballs off to Beck, goes with the right boot towards centre half forward. Howlett's in the gun here, Atchison against him, gets his hand over there. Wolfenden as well, ripped off the footy, no free kick, goes to Musara, he's ripped off. Oh, good recovery though, gives it to Nick Smith. Oh, puts it pretty high. Peacock, Lee, Peacock in behind Lee, good mark, strong mark. He starts pretty well, doesn't he?
Yeah. Put himself in the front of the contest, and you always give yourself a chance with that. The scrape kick coming out of the pack. He put himself in front and took a very strong mark.
I think when you got up beside him, though, Paul, he looks he's rather taller than he probably looks from a distance.
And has he been to your school this week, Laurie?
I'm hoping so. I hope he's on target.
Well, James Lee's about 30 metres out, not much of an angle, comes off a couple of steps, and I think he's put it straight through the middle. He has. Good kick, James Lee. First goal of the qualifying final goes to the big man, number 20. And one straight goal, 6 points, the Werribee Central side. Thomson yet to score. We've been playing a minute and a half. Good start for the Centurions.
Interesting first bounce. Paul being a ruckman. Justin didn't even really look at the ball. He got straight at him, yes. So it'll be interesting to watch that for a little while.
Yep, for sure.
And Adam Fry has got Jason Verstuker as well in the middle.
Yeah, so there's some interesting matchups to kick the game off. And umpire with the ball now back in the centre of the ground. We've been playing 2 minutes. Up goes the ball. Stewie's trying a different angle. Justin again jumped into him, but Werribee, well, they didn't get it clear this time. It's gone to centre half forward for Thomson, and it's a strong mark there to the Thomson players. While they go up forward, the lead comes forward. Well, pushing the back, not paid to McFarlane. Comes loose. Maharis picks it up. Handballs to nowhere. And the Werribee defence very, very strong. Big thump to the boundary, and I guess, Laurie, that's defensive footy. If you're in trouble, you put it over the boundary.
Yeah, especially at the early start of the game, Eric.
So game started off as a pretty reasonable tempo. Players feeling themselves out just a little. Ball comes in. Up high is McKernan. Can't get the ball down, however. Stewart is in there. Maharis in there for Thomson, but the umpire says the players can't get it out. And on the half-forward flank, 40 metres from the Thomson goal. Thomson kicking in this first quarter to the northern end here at the St Albans Reserve. Umpire with the ball. About 20 metres in from the boundary, up it goes. Stewart tried to use the body on that occasion. Werribee get the benefit clear, but coming through very strongly there was Wolfenden. Gets a handball clear to Maharis it is. Looks for a lead up forward, but he goes straight across the ground to the lead of Daniel Fanning for Thomson. Good handling of the ball. Oh, great tackle there on Fanning. The ball spills clear, and now, well, pretty harsh decision. Perhaps the ball was under 3 or 4 players, and the free kick goes to Werribee on half-back flank.
Goes up towards Howlett and Atchison. Atchison got pushed out by Howlett. Now off the ground by Buck towards a vacant half-forward flank. Luddick leads in the race, and can he keep it in? Well, he gets absolutely hammered into the ground. The umpire says it's okay. And the boundary umpire will come around and throw it in at half forward. Bradley over the top there of Luke Luddick. And it's outer side half forward flank. 1 goal to Werribee Centrals in the early stages of this first term. Boundary throw in. Howlett up against Justin, who's doing all the ruck work at the moment. Howlett now from 55 drills it down the throat of Lee, and he takes a great diving mark. And not much Rod Peacock can do about that.
If you're fielding a slip, you'd be happy with that one, Laurie.
It was a top catch, wasn't it?
Yeah, stretch it
I would be walking.
You wouldn't be walking?
Nah.
You'd wait for the third umpire, wouldn't you? Well, James Lee's got it. He's about to the same distance out from goal that he had his first set shot. This time he's just to the left of middle. And only a couple of steps probably again for James Lee. Not much breeze to speak of. Overcast day, just taking his time. Rod Peacock standing the mark. Got the job on him this afternoon so far. He comes in now, the number 20. And this time,
another one.
Looking pretty good again, I think. Straight through the middle, James Lee, number 2 for him. And also for Werribee Centrals. They're 2 straight goals, 12 points. Lee Thomson yet to score.
He's going to get a goal every 2 minutes. It's going to be a big day.
Big day for him, isn't it?
He has been at your school this week, Laurie, hasn't he?
I think he might be looking over this Prex box and saying, I'll show that guy that I can really kick.
He's probably another one who doesn't think you've played footy either. Well, Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 2 straight goals, 12 points. The Centurions, the Tigers yet to score. 5 minutes gone, back to the centre.
It's a start that certainly Werribee would have really looked for at the start of the game, and here's an interesting change. Stewart, well, he gets a tap down on this occasion over the top of Justin. Players pretty hard at the ball. Finally, Thomson finally threw a series of handballs. Burns got it out and it goes forward to McFarlane. Can't take the mark, but it's come to ground. Well, it's all Thomson there. McFarlane picks it up, tries to twist and turn, but he got into real trouble, dropped the ball. No free kick, play on to the umpire. And here's Werribee this time through Nick Smith running on the ball. They finally get it clear through Beck. Drives it to centre wing. Up high is Howlett. Can't take the mark, but he follows up very, very well. Turns on his right foot. Just gets his kick before the tackle. Hyland intercepts the kick in the middle of the ground for Thomson. Back to full forward. In front there is McFarlane. Interesting because Werribee player went for the spoil, took the mark, and they've come clear to Massara and half-back flank. Drives it towards centre wing. Not such a good kick. Gann drops the mark. Comes down. Here's Hyland, recovers quickly. 2 players loose out wide. Gann receives the handball on the left foot, drives to half forward, but safe in defence there for the Werribee side is Bernardo and takes a strong mark. Sees Delaney loose between wing and half-back flank, and Delaney, it is of Werribee Centrals, has taken the mark. Now goes back toward the corridor, centre of the ground. There's an excellent mark. Daniel Fanning over the 2 big fellas has taken the mark. Well, thought about playing on then, but goes back, kicks the ball back into the forward line. McFarlane, 1-on-1. Well, there's a whistle on the play. It's going against Hallam. Big Tiggy Touchwood, I think, from here, but
if he's going to be the one-on-one target, though, Welsh, they need somebody around him, don't they?
Exactly.
Because they know they're going to go to him, don't they?
You've got to get someone underneath him.
Yeah.
Whether it be Dale Menzies, who is a very good crummer of the ball, he's got to stay with him.
So McFarlane now, kicking from about 50. Will take a good kick from there. He's kicked it to the right of the big timber and hasn't quite made the distance. But there's a sensational mark from behind. And
guess who?
Dale Menzies, is it?
No, guess who? Guess again.
Maharis would have to be down there. Goodness gracious, there's not too many blokes mark as well as that. And started in the middle of the ground, Nick Maharis, but now he's taken a sensational mark beside the behind post. Very, very acute angle, but I guess I have seen goals kicked from there. And Maharis for Thomson there. 7.5 minutes gone. Moves in. Going for the banana kick, and what has he done? I think it looks pretty good from here. In fact, it is an excellent goal to Nick Maharis of Thomson. That's their first, and on the Victory Trophy scoreboard, 8 minutes now into the first quarter. 2 goals straight, Werribee Centrals. Thomson, 1 goal straight.
They'll be happy with that, getting away with that out of the centre of the ground and getting a goal on the board. Now they can settle, and they know they can go forward with confidence, through Christian McFarlane. But as Jason said, you've got to get someone underneath, Christian, to feed off the punch. The ball's going to be punched to the ground and spend a lot of time on the ground, and that's a good place for a crummer to be. Laurie, where you would have been in your heyday.
Certainly. Well, look, I went where easy kicks were, Welsh, and that's down the front.
Back in the middle, Stewart again. Up against Justin. He runs into him, Justin, doesn't get the tap down. Hawks is there, tries to give it to Stewart, hits him in the chin, can't take it with him. Pack develops, Petterwood over the top as well. Stewart in there, tries to shuffle it out. Burns just leaves a short one for Hyland. He's on hands and knees. Great little handball to Petterwood. He's still in the middle of the ground. Shocking kick off the boot, goes towards half forward. Byrne behind on this occasion. Scott might work for Byrne though. Scott falls over at the crucial stage, so does Byrne though. And Stacks on the middle at half forward. Petterwood in there fighting hard with Scott also. The umpire lets it go. Now he has picked out a free kick for holding the ball, was it?
Ball sitting between
and
three players.
Petterwood's taking it towards centre half forward. Over the back now, Maharis can handball off to Menzies. He's pretty good in these situations. This occasion he gets a kick anyway. I don't think it'll matter. I think he's kicked the goal, Dale Menzies. He got flattened.
No, he missed.
He got flattened as he kicked the goal. Well, the goal umpire's going to now and said yes, it is a goal. So Dale Menzies has kicked the goal just where Welshie said he probably has to be. Just off the back of the pack there. Slick little handball by Nick Maharis. And they tied things up, the Tigers. 2 straight goals, 12 points each. 9 minutes gone. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard.
Just in the centre of the ground there, notice the Thomson fellas are manning up.
Yep.
Straight away,
man on man, right across that centre bounce.
My observation was Thomson probably as good as team in the competition for doing this, Paul, and that's what can drag Werribee down a bit today. If they keep working hard for 4 quarters.
Up goes the ball in the centre once again. Stewart clearly gets a tap on this occasion, goes to Howard, little tap to Nick Smith running through, but unfortunately, there's some strange decisions coming forth early in the game. I think the umpires are more nervous than the players at the minute, but Nick Smith, he's got a free kick for high tackle. He's right in the centre of the St Albans reserve. drives it towards half forward flank. The target is Howlett, can't take the mark, comes back on the ball, however, almost kicked the ball out of his teammates' fingers. Gann picks it up, goes for the safety of the boundary line and just landed it inside the boundary, and we'll have a throw in half forward flank for the Werribee Central side on the social club side here at St Albans, where the 50 metre arc intercepts from the throw in. Went to Howlett, comes down to Smith, gets his foot to the ball, not 10 said the umpire quite clearly. Ball in dispute there. Finally, well, Thomson defence working very, very hard there. Christian Highland.
Just make sure the umpire saw that.
Christian Highland had the ball underneath him, but he was trying to get it out. The player over him was young Foley, and umpire Gladkey with the ball. 40 metres from goal, 45-degree angle from the full forward position. Up it goes. Well, players all missed the ball. Now we've got a wrestling match between Christian Highland and was that Hawks?
Yep.
And a show of strength, neither one, and the umpire will now do it all again. It's a repeat performance, still 40 metres from goal. Umpire Gladkey with the ball. About 20 players around the ball at the moment. James Lee getting ready to go for it. Up high is Justin. Gets the tap if anything, but it comes pretty well straight down. Now it stacks on the mill, and Jace, see if you can clear it. I can't get it anywhere.
Just inside the 50 metre arc for the Centurions. It's 2 goals apiece here in the qualifying final of 1999 between Werribee Centrals and Thomson. Umpire Gladkey with a large stack of players around him. The umpire from the middle of the ground, umpire Farnsworth, has picked out a free kick. What was that for, Welsh? Did you see what?
I think they're just hanging on off the ball,
okay,
I think.
So it's a free kick to Thomson. It's going to be Christian Highland. Umpire Gladkey gives him the ball. He can go wide to Justin. He does. JJ, the echo at half back, takes the mark, plays on quickly. Goes to the left boot towards centre wing. Maharis is in the gun here. He goes up, can't take the mark, off hands through McKernan. Wolfenen's there as well. Oh, great little handball to Atchison over the top. He's got some runners. He goes back now to McKernan, standing start. Measures a pass to Fanning. He's in the clear on centre wing, can run and turn and go now towards full forward. McFarlane comes out a long way over the back. Hallam off hands. That's where they need the crummer. Who's back there though? Scott. Andrew Scott clears the pressure for the Centurions. Goes wide. Roland Beck in the boundary line. The boundary line will win on this occasion. It's on the opposite side, half forward flank, with Thomson attacking to the northern end. Good movement of play though through the middle by Thomson.
Very, very, very quickly, didn't it? From one end to the other.
Yep, they're very slick, Thomson. With once they get the ball moving, they give that first option straight away and they run. They all run forward.
Even with those injuries at the moment, looking pretty slick, pretty switched on. Boundary throw-in, Stewart over the back, double fister to the side of the pack. Petterwood runs through, can't take it with him. Big pack develops, handball by McFarlane, back onto Highland's toes. He picks it up, gives it to Justin. Standing start kick, goes in the air. Bernardo tries to tap it down, still at half forward, haven't gained any measurement. Goes now from McFarlane through hands to Highland, gets a quick kick out of the pack, goes towards full forward. Menzies also hanging on, there was Morley through the back, there was a hold. And, well, 6 of one, half dozen the other, but the umpire's picked it out and says it will go to Justin Morley in the last line of defence for the Centurions. And Morley's also got his knee strapped this afternoon, goes short, it's okay, finds Roland Beck. You'll see those two do that a bit today. He goes over the top to Hallam, has to get the handball, then it's a poor kick, but it's a great pick up at half back by Calvert, loses the footy and then holding on, advantage paid. Heath Buck a long way from half forward, goes in that direction now with the ball. Howlett's free against Atchison and can run and likes the open spaces, goes to the left foot kick towards Lee, leading Peacock, can't pick it up though. Peacock's there, Lee, great pick up, second effort was great. Handball off to Luke Luddick, likes these situations with the left boot and has just missed one behind to the number 2. 2-1-13 now the Centurions. They lead Thomson 2 straight goals. We've been playing 13 and 3/4 minutes on the first term Victory Trophies scoreboard.
I've got to say, Laurie, I don't think that Fasuka's had a touch.
No, he hasn't, I don't think. You think you're correct there.
14 minutes and, just can't get in the game yet. From the kick in, it's a lead to Peacock on half-back flank, and for Thomson, he takes the mark. So there's another lead coming forward from Fanning. Goes to meet the ball, picks it up. Oh, he's well tackled. Does just get his foot to the ball, and it's over the boundary line. Not on the full, and good decision there by the young boundary umpire. Almost adjacent to our broadcast position here. Half-forward flank, in comes the ball. Aitchison and Howlett. Howlett's been infringed from behind to Aitchison. Handball to Highland. Away they go, Thomson. Handball to Fanning across to Aitchison. He gets the kick towards an half forward. In the van there is Maharis. Can't take the mark. Calvert gets the crumb on the left foot. Drives it wide for Werribee. And it's into the open spaces there. Leading in the race for the ball is that was Bradley. goes further wide to Burns, back to Bradley. He's running through well. He's run a fair yardage there and allowed to go. Ball comes to ground. Burn tries to get it for Thomson, but Stewart it is for Werribee. Picks it up on the left foot, kicks it toward Delaney in the middle of the ground. Well, he eludes the tackle, gets the handball clear. Now it's back to head high tackle missed on that occasion, but play on to the umpire Holland. Good work, got the ball, dodged and weaved, and there's a player loose on half forward flank as Menzies.
Matthew Hallam.
Hallam's sensational defence, and there's a follow-up tackle. Just a great solo effort, and due to Hallam's efforts alone, the ball's been cleared out of the danger zone for the Werribee Central side.
Well, it's on centre wing now. Handball through Delaney's hands, gives it to Nick Smith on centre wing, goes wide, looking for Luddick and Howlett. Luddick puts the hand up if you don't mind, takes the mark. He's fairly enigmatic like that. He can take the one-handers and kick goals from anywhere. Luke Luddick is 65 metres out, too far to score. Aitchison standing the mark. Howlett's moved back. Kinsey's got him. He goes in that direction. You've got to be right next to the... he's dropped the mark, has he? He has. Play on the call, but great second effort. The coach, he goes to the left boot. Centres the ball. Up for Lee. Peacock for Stukas in the gun as well. Off hands now. Gann. He needs some help. He doesn't get much. Wolfenden comes across now. Foley keeps it in front. Does well. Arches it back. Handball over the top. Fry holding on. Throw, says the umpire. And it will be a free kick to Craig Wolfenden. Great play, Matty Hallam in the back half for Werribee Centrals. Left his man, backed himself, and stopped Dale Menzies from getting the ball to McFarlane, who was free. Wolfenden now from the back pocket finds Petterwood. Great kick, great mark. At centre half back now, Kim Petterwood. Open centre square. Maharis gives him a lead in that direction. He kicks it out in front of him. Great kick too. And Nick Maharis right in the centre square. Takes it now. Goes to the right boot towards half forward. Long lead from McFarlane. This is where they need some hands. Thomson over the back. Hallam leads in the race of the footy. Great pick up as well. Left foot kick around the corner is fantastic to Bennett. He takes the mark. Plays on quickly. Inboard is okay to Heath Buck. And he runs through the middle. Goes to the right foot. Kick towards half forward. Howlett. Aitchison Howlett works his way to the front. Can't take the mark off hands. Maharis is back there at half back. Goes towards half forward. Wobbly punt kick. And McFarlane stands his ground. Can't take the mark again. Coming through Andrew Scott. Left foot kick for the boundary line. Too far. Out of bounds on the full. Centre wing on the outer side. It's 2-1 playing 2 straight. Werribee Central's by a point. And Thomson with the free kick on centre wing.
Thomson drive it towards half forward. The lead's there from who was that? McKernan in front, but great defence by the Werribee side. And boys, there's a fair amount of discipline in the defensive areas of both sides at the minute.
Great defence between both teams, Eric. Just a couple of observations I've made. The coach, he's having a little trouble holding the ball at the moment. Maybe he's a little bit nervous. He's made a few little errors, and he's got to try and work that out. And the defence of Hallam, tremendous down on their back line, and the back line of Thomson's it's a battle just around there at the moment. And,
for sure.
Testing one over your call,
the umpire ordered a drink person off the ground.
Water boy, not allowed to stand on the ground. They've got to get on and get off.
All right, from the throw-in, Maharis takes the ball, gets it to the right foot, goes forward. Well, if it's not a mark, it's a free kick to Dale Menzies. The ball was coming down. Someone cannoned into his back there, and Menzies has the ball now, just inside 50.
Have a shot, wouldn't he, Paul?
Yeah, he's 40 out. I suppose he's going to kick from 45, 50.
Better on the run.
He's a good finisher, Dale.
Going to be kicking from a good 45. He's well back. He's about 60, 65 metres at this moment. Now he moves in. Dale Menzies, very close to the boundary line. Kicked from about 47 at the finish. It's a long kick, but it's wide and not very handsome because out of bounds on the full, missed the behind pass by a couple of metres, and perhaps an opportunity went begging, Paul. I would have thought the head of the goal square is the place to be.
Yeah, for sure, and especially with the wind blowing as it is, Eric, you do tend to kick towards the top of the 10-yard square. Even if it's going to drop short, you're still in that danger area, aren't you?
Well, you give your team a chance. As it is now, the free kick's been turned over. We're just awaiting the ball to come back. Must have been pretty close to the tech school, I think. She's gone well through, and being returned. We've been playing 19 minutes into the first quarter. The Victory Trophy scoreboard 2-1-13 Werribee, 2 goals straight Thomson, nothing in it at this point. Now we're back in business. The ball back inside the playing arena and back into play. Werribee bring it back towards towards half back.
Yep.
The mark has been paid. There was a touchy sort of a ball thrown back. Petterwood it was, the only bloke that wanted the ball, I think. He's taken the mark. And he drives it back into the full forward position. There's race for the ball now. Hallam is in front of McFarlane, does well, and he had no other option than to look for the safety of the boundary. Did it rather well too, just along the ground over the boundary line. Yes, in front of the scoreboard here, which is at the northern end of the change rooms at the St Albans ground. 20 minutes gone, first quarter. Half forward flank for Thomson or Maharis into the back of the pack there. I think it would have to be a free kick to Stewart from the throw in. And Sean Stewart gets the free kick half-back flank, drives the ball towards centre wing. Howlett and Aitchison. Well, great one-on-one contest there. Ball comes down from the contest to Highland. Keeps the ball, well, almost kept the ball in, but just over the line, and the boundary umpire has called it, and we'll have a throw in.
They need Darren Rowles in the forward pocket, don't they? Welshie, Thomson, I reckon.
Oh, for
Somebody
sure.
like that, don't
Yeah.
they? Just to be able to...
He's the perfect
I
opportunity,
know I'm
isn't he?
harping on it, but I just
Yeah.
reckon that's maybe what they need. Stewart from behind, Justin. Unfortunately, I don't think he can get a clearance at this late stage. Handball from... Hawks straight to Festuca, and Festuca's run down the Whitley medalist. They'll be telling you about that too. Probably Adam Fry, who's got the job on him at centre square position, goes towards half forward. Maharis can't take the mark off hands. Bennett's there. Menzies puts the pressure on. Now it's a foot race between those two. Good shepherd by Menzies. Lets Bradley pick it up on the boundary line. Now that's where you have to kick it back in towards the 10-metre square. McFarlane over his head. In fact, it was McKernan pushed clear towards Scott. Now Scott can settle and go towards Festuca again. Oh, great diving mark. No, the umpire says he didn't pay it. Play on the call. Fry's over the top as well. And also in there, Chris Delaney. Handball by him. Was back towards Fanning and then came back to Delaney. Hawks, handball over the top. Sets up Nick Smith. Handball was okay though to Foley. Doesn't sit for him. Wolfenden's there. The numbers with Thomson. They can pick it up. Peterwood drops the footy. Then gets it again to Burns. Burns, handball again. Gann, left foot kick around the corner. McKernan in front. Good mark. Strong mark, Dave McKernan at the half forward. Plays on quickly. McFarlane gave him half a lead, so he kicked in that direction. Goes in that to Hallam. Now he knocks it off the back of the pack. Quickly back or falls to Byrne. He's a left footer. Which way is it going to bounce? It's in the 10-metre square. It bounces through for a goal. Good kick,
Excellent
Robbie
work.
Byrne.
Bottom of the pack there, Laurie.
He could be the man that they need around Christian McFarlane and Nick Maharis. Third goal for Thomson. 3 straight 18. They lead Werribee Central's 2-1-13. We've been playing 21 and 3/4 minutes on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, so it's back to it's 5 points in front now, Thomson.
But doing a lot of the attacking the last 5 minutes or so, Thomson, haven't they?
They're also doing the attacking. They're doing the tackling as well. They're putting a lot of pressure on Werribee. That incident there with Jason Festuca there before, he just momentarily took a second too long. Adam Fry was on him like a rash and got him to the ground. And
could have been like a talk there too, around the ball with the ball carrier.
Yeah, but the intensity there to get the players for the first use of the ball is terrific with Thomson at the moment.
Well, from the throw up, just Thomson, one too many into the square, and that's unforgivable.
Yes, for sure.
Free kick to Stewart of Werribee. Goes to the outer side. The lead there is from Buck. Can he take the mark? No, he can't. It comes to ground. It's Calvert. Flicked it back to Buck. Runs inside 50. Goes bang towards the full forward area, and it is just over the boundary line, out of bounds on the full. And
it was a fair second effort from Buck too to get up and get the handball back, wasn't it?
Yes, good work there from the. Well, that wasn't out of bounds on the full. It landed right beside the behind post in the field of play. So we're going to throw in now, 1 metre from the behind post. In comes the ball. Gee, there's a lot of players in that forward line. Lee goes up for it. Come down to Wolferton. He's kicked it outside 50 for the Thomson side. Comes to ground. That's Delaney. Well, his tackle as he gets rid of the ball. Stewart now has it, looking for an option. Can't find it for Festuca. He's severely tackled, but he's got it forward. Fanning can't pick the ball up. Oh, good work by Hawks of Werribee, but Highland, who's having a great first quarter, gets it to Bradley. Bradley wide to the outer wing, leading in the race for the ball is back for Werribee. Oh, good one-on-one there from it looked like Maharis again. He's a pretty tough cookie, Nick, but the ball is kicked for Thomson into half forward. Menzies doing a good job at Morley. Puts him down, gets the ball, handball clear, and here come Werribee out of defence, goes to the lead of Massara in the middle, went for it one-handed, can't take them that way. Hawks is trying to help him in there. Well, it's a great contest at the moment. Finally, Werribee come clear, drive the ball toward the centre half forward position. Festuca can't take the mark, comes to ground. Oh, throw there by Fry over to Fanning. Fanning handballed it, and now Thomson away because McKernan is clear by 25 metres on his own. Now he's got McFarlane for some reason on his own, the full forward position as well. I think Hallam might have gone up the ground.
Hallam was going to the contest because nobody else was going.
And McKernan was so far clear that somebody had to have a go towards him, and it left Christian McFarlane on his own, 25 metres out, very acute angle, but he has taken the mark. And Christian McFarlane, the opportunity to extend the lead here for the Thomson side late in the first quarter. 25 minutes gone. McFarlane moves in. Well, it didn't look such a good kick off the boot, and what's the goal umpire going to tell us? He's just missed to the left, so that's perhaps a bad miss for Thomson because maybe could have done a fraction better, Christian McFarlane there, but 25 minutes gone. Victory Trophy scoreboard 3-1-19 Thomson. Werribee Central's 2-1-13.
Hallam kicks in, looks for Bernardo. He's under pressure though, off hands at the back of the pack. Delaney leads in the race of the ball. Handball was slicked towards towards Hawks. His handball outboard to Scott, pretty close to the boundary line. Not much to kick to. Howlett, Atchison. The two guys go at it. Atchison again. Gans there as well. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. He is right in front of the Geelong Radio commentary box. Don't say a word, Welshie. Do not say a word. Boundary throw in, right in front of the Geelong Radio commentary box. You better, if you're at the ground, come down and stand in front of our box. You might hear some interesting comments. Stewart goes up, big fist, great fist too towards Warren Foley. Runs onto it, drops the footy. Bradley backs himself, leaves Heath Buck, can't pick it up though. Over the top, Smith at the back to Wolfenden. Handball again, who's getting a few kicks. Goes from half back wide towards McKernan and also Bernardo from behind. Misara sat in the front, couldn't. Oh, Highland's been ripped off. Umpire, please. And he's done it, giving it to Christian Highland on centre wing. Rob Misara and Christian Highland, interleague teammates, just telling each other about it. And now Spud from centre wing goes towards Maharis, who goes up. He's got a couple against him at the front. Fry couldn't take it with him. Burns is on hands and knees. Now out the back of the pack to McKernan again. Gets a quick kick away. Who's it going to sit for? Burns there, McFarlane. McFarlane tries to hold it up for Byrne. Back towards Petterwood. Oh, McFarlane runs through. He's got Scott. He went right, then he goes left. He goes to the left boot. It's pretty wide towards Hallam. Is it out of bounds? It is. It's off hands. And it will be a boundary throw. And it's 3-1 playing 2-1. We've been playing 26 and a half minutes in this first term. Thomson with the 1-goal lead. Qualifying final for 1999. Boundary throw in. Stewart and McFarlane. McFarlane in front, Stewart from behind. Coming through Maharis, plucks it out of the ruck contest, puts it to the front. Byrne will be under pressure from Chris Delaney. Slick handball to Highland. Got out of there, sort of. Got a handball away now. It's out of bounds, off hands once again. And another throw back into play in front of the scoreboard.
Two people in the forward line for Werribee's forward zone. Look, I think that's actually a wrong move. Howlett's down here. Hutchins will get a rebound here and kick a goal.
Well, goes to McKernan from the ruck contest. Tries to measure the pass towards centre half forward. Bradley's a long way down. He's playing on half back against Buck. He followed his man down. Now Bernardo through a set of hands. Maharis runs through, leaves the footy behind. Stewart also leaves it behind. Big pack develops. The umpire will have to come in and bounce it. He will. It's about 45 metres out from Thomson's goal.
I wonder if somebody's told Howell it's 27 minutes gone, they're just flooding the back line at the moment.
Yeah, it could be.
They're under a bit of pressure.
It could be the big ground too. It's
sucking them down into the,
yeah, for sure. They're getting sucked out of position.
Yep. Justin goes up with Stewart. Off hands Bernardo to Beck. Handball out wide. Musara sets him up. Gets it past Wolfenden though cleverly. Taps it over the top. Burns comes at him. Oh, nearly gave away a free kick. Musara still in the gun. Then gets pushed. No free kick. Burns followed it up. Oh, great handball to Wolfenden. But that was a shocker. He gave it straight to Andrew Hawks. He gets ripped off. No free kick. Is that ball? Says the umpire. No, it's held to him. Christian Highland and Andrew Hawks. And how quick are those Pat Burns hands? Super quick. Gee whiz. Ball up. Centre wing. Grandstand side.
An odd bit of a difference in the umpire's interpretation. That tackle was probably fairly high. The others are giving them, and that fella didn't.
Yeah.
But from the throw up, comes down to Highland. Great tackle again, and really the tackling skill today is real to the fore because it's ultra defensive so far.
Yeah, look. Both sides of it. Look, we saw a game a few weeks ago, Eric, where there's hardly any tackles today. There's certainly any today.
Up it goes again. Stewart clearly gets the tap down, but it's Christian Highland. Ran into Daniel Fanning for Thomson, but still able to get his kick away over the head there of McKernan and his opponent there in Bernardo. And, well, for a late inclusion, both McKernan and Byrne are doing quite nicely so far. And would you believe it, 28 and a half minutes, there's the siren for quarter time. The Victory Trophies scoreboard, Thomson 3-1-19. They lead Werribee Centrals 2-1-13.
The goal kickers at quarter time for Thomson. Singles to Nick Maharis, Dale Menzies and to Robbie Byrne. And to Werribee Centrals, 2 goals to James Lee from set shots from about 30 metres out. He has those 2 goals. And that is the quarter time score. Thomson 3-1-19, Werribee Centrals 2-1-13. We'll take a break.